Auburndale at 5-0. Edgar is 5-1. Stratford 4-1. Marathon 3-3.
Always checking.
Assumption and Newman both 0.
Hey, welcome to Marathon, Wisconsin, where we finally had decided that summertime has arrived. What a difference from the game we had the other night here at Marathon. It was cold and overcast, no wind, but it was kind of breezy out. But today, perfect summer day. Highs in the low 80s. Everyone's wearing shorts. It's summertime. So welcome to Zaleski Sports, where it's Brickner Motors, a Little Chicago pregame show. Today's pregame show is brought to you by Brickner, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side. So we're here with Hannah. And, she's at the board of the controls here running everything. And we kind of had a discussion before that it's parents' night for Marathon. Well, Hannah decided that since it's before 5 o'clock, it's actually Parents' Day and not night. So we're going to go with Parents' Day here at Marathon. And Marathon lone senior is Cody Ratke, the pitcher. So they'll be introducing Cody and his parents before the game. Big game today in the Marywood South. Today's Marywood South game between Marathon 3-3 in conference and Auburndale 5-0 in conference. Right now, Auburndale has taken the lead in the Marywood South with a 5-0 record, but right behind them is Stratford at 4-1, Edgar at 5-1, and Marathon at 3-3. Marathon needs to sweep Auburndale to have a chance to win the conference, at least have a tie with it. And all the other schools, Stratford and Edgar, are hoping Marathon can pull off a victory tonight and again on Thursday when they play again. Remember, in the Marywood Conference, they actually play, and in softball too, they generally go a Tuesday, Thursday, and the reason for that is if you have your number one pitcher on a Tuesday, when you usually face a number 2 or 3 on a Thursday, you don't always have to face the best pitcher of the other team. So big conference rival. In the Marywood North, there's a three-way tie for first. We have Athens at 5-1, Rib Lake at 5-1, and Shawamigan at 5-1. So great baseball contests in the Marywood North and the Marywood South. The last games for each team. Auburndale beat Stratford 2-0 the other night. Blake Rapp pitched 7 complete innings for the shutout. They were supposed to play again on Thursday, but it got rained out, and they are now moved to this Friday. So Auburn has really got a tough stretch. They got Marathon tonight, Marathon Thursday, and then Stratford again on Friday. So Coach Anderson's really got to decide what he's going to do with his pitching. Who's going to get so many pitches? 3 big conference games for them. Marathon on Thursday night played a twilight doubleheader, a doubleheader sweep versus Assumption from the south. They 10-run them, and Athens from the north, they also 10-run them. So it'll be a big game this afternoon for Marywood Conference bragging rights here on Zaleski Sports. And again, this is our pregame sponsor by Brickner Motors of Little Chicago. And we'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Chuck and Hannah here, back here in gorgeous Marathon, Wisconsin for this Marywood South game between league-leading Auburndale and right at their heels, the Marathon Red Raiders. Gorgeous day here again. Like you said, summertime came back with a vengeance today with 80 degrees out. Everyone in shorts. No one's wearing stocking caps. No one's got a blanket wrapped around them, and nobody's got a big winter jacket on to keep them warm for today's game. Again, Auburndale leading the conference. It'll be a really good matchup this afternoon. Auburndale led by all-conference position player Blake Rabb, their all-conference first team all-conference last year. Marathon wants to plug in Cody Ratke, an honorable mention all-conference position last year for the Red Raiders. And this is, again, it always seems to come down to Marathon Edgar, Marathon Stratford, Marathon Auburndale. Those 4 teams, no matter what sport it seems to be, are always fighting for each other to advance on. And then once we get to the end of the year, then it seems like a conference tournament to advance to the sectionals. So Marywood South, very, very strong in the area. And one of these teams is always looking to advance to sectionals and eventually down to the state tournament in June. Leading off for the visiting Auburndale Eagles. Peyton Weinfurter, center fielder. Josh Lundgren at third base. Blake Rabb on the mound. Nathan Richardson at shortstop. Aiden Rabb catching. Colton Brandel in right field. Sawyer Malston, the DH. Truxton Becker at second. And Julian Anderson, the left fielder. For Marathon, we have Blake Underwood, the shortstop. Cody Ratke, the senior, on the mound. True thirds behind the plate, catching. Drew Wuffel, the center fielder. Owen Krauser at first base. Ian Schuda, the second base. Grant Solberg getting a start in left field. And Evan DeBrew, defensive third baseman. Quillen Conkle at right field. So a lot of familiar names no matter what sport, whether it be wrestling, basketball, baseball, anything. It's the same names you always hear in these small towns, and that's kind of neat to see and also neat to hear. What they're doing is introducing the starting lineups, and it's really interesting to see. You know, it's this time of the year. We were talking up here. There's only about a month left of baseball. The tournaments start right around May 29th. That's when the regionals start, and again, they do have a seeding meeting, much like basketball. So they all the records go into a computer, and there's certain things that are weighted more than others, and that's how they're seeded as to where they're going to play in the WIAA tournament starting. And years ago, I'm probably dating myself, WIAA used to have a summer and spring baseball. And I remember the town I was in, Park Falls, they had summer baseball. So these kids, we think kids are busy nowadays. Back then, you had weightlifting in the morning, then you had open gyms right after that, and then these kids would go to summer baseball at night. And then, and granted, it was kind of like Legion, but these kids were still playing high school baseball, and I believe it was like maybe in the 90s where that switched all to a spring sport because of the spring weather was so unconducive to baseball in northern Wisconsin. Also, Auburndale and Marathon Red Raider softball teams are matching up with each other just down the road on the other side of the school, and Auburndale is tied with Assumption for first place in the Merriwood South for girls softball. So also a big meeting down there, just down the street here in Marathon. So with that in mind, again, enjoying the warm weather, and it's getting kind of hot up here. I'd like to thank Hannah for all the directions and the expertise on Parents' Day. And we'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com. For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Welcome back to Marathon on Zaleski Sports, where the Marathon Red Raiders are taking on the visiting Auburndale Eagles on a Marywood Conference. This is for to kind of, if you're Marathon, you hope to bring Auburndale back to the pack a little bit, and if you're Edgar and Stratford, probably one of the few times they're rooting for Marathon to win, because by bringing Auburndale back with a loss, that puts Auburndale with a loss, Stratford with a loss, and Edgar with a loss. It really kind of muddies up the conference, and that's what everyone would like to see except for Auburndale. Auburndale wants to maintain the undefeated record. They are 8-0 overall, ranked in WISports. Ranked, I believe it was 11th. They were ranked a little bit in the WISports on WISports.com. WISports.net, I'm sorry. In Marathon, 8-5, 3-3. Winners of their last two. 10-run Athens and 10-run Assumption earlier this week. So, again, it's nice to be able to sit in the booth here and not have to wear long johns, not have to wear a hat, closing the windows because it's cold outside, and it's good to see everyone out in shorts and baseball caps and no parkas. Spring is, well, maybe we went right to summer, huh, Hannah? Yeah. Well, then tomorrow I look at the weather forecast, mid-60s. So it's going to be a roller coaster. You know, they always say if you don't like the weather, wait for it to be changed here in Wisconsin. Well, you could say that anywhere in the Midwest along that 45 latitude. All the way across the nation is probably the same stuff. So, all right, there goes the throw down to Underwood, the shortstop covering. 2/3 behind the plate. And leading off, Peyton Weinfurter, the center fielder, batting from the left side. Cody Ratke, a breaking ball pitcher. When he's got his curveball in, a lot of people bail. But Weinfurter crowding the plate right up on the line, which is a smart thing to do. And it's hammered down the first base line. Foul. Owen Krauser picks it up, throws it back to Cody. If you can keep that pitch inside on Weinfurter, he's going to pull it. And I'm sure that's what Ratke wants to do. We'll see how the right back up the middle. Underwood on the bounce. Bobbles, throws, in time. So Ratke retires Weinfurter, the old-fashioned 6-3 for the first one. And any coach will tell you, any player, you get that lead-off runner out, it sure takes a lot of pressure off what's going to happen. Now, Josh Lundgren, the third baseman, steps to the plate. Again, Auburndale likes to really crowd that plate, if you can see on the film. There's that outside strike. And if you're Ratke, if you can get that outside corner, you become a really good pitcher today. And Lundgren had the chase. Same thing, falls behind, 0-2. Backstop, not very far back. Any pass ball, you better hope it bounces to the first or third base side if you're going to advance a base. 0-2. Try to get him to change. Pitchers, they get ahead 0-2, they probably are going to throw a little junk pitch, hoping that that batter will chase a purposely bad pitch. Third sets up on the outside. Down to the Brew at third. Picks, throws, and there goes Lundgren for the second out. 5-3 for the second out. Now Blake Rabb. Always seems to be a lot of trouble for every conference school. An all-around athlete. In every sport, very, very successful. I'm sure Cody's not going to give him anything good to hit. First team all-conference last year, Blake Rabb. Right back up the middle. And takes that first pitch and drills it to center. Wolfel picks it up. And Rabb's on with a single. So there goes the no-hit bid. Right down the tubes, the first inning. Now Nathan Richardson, the shortstop. With third behind the plate, I'm sure they'll be more careful how they run. Wants that outside corner, misses. Marathon saddled with a major injury bug this week. Cale Quaintance came down, lower leg injury, gone for the year. They had to rejuggle their lineup. Pickoff move, a little high. Again, watch the back foot of the pitcher. That'll tell you if he's going for a pickoff. He's on the rubber. The only way he can throw is if he steps off that rubber. Blake Rabb with that glove on to protect the hand. You see a lot of kids wearing that, so when they slide into second, they don't jam a finger or a thumb. 1, 2 out. Over to DeBrew at third. Picks across the diamond in time for Krauser. 5-3 goes down Richardson for the third out. So after a half inning of play, it's Auburndale Eagles nothing and the Marathon Red Raiders coming to bat. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports. Back in a bit.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
We're back in Marathon. Chuck and Hannah back here in Marathon, where after a half inning of play, Auburndale nothing and Marathon Red Raiders coming to bat. Great day to watch baseball. No one has to dress warm. We can sense the grill coming in the windows here. Just makes us hungry and want to keep eating. But again, if we fill our mouths, we can't talk. So Blake Rabb on the mound, all conference, everything for Auburndale. Leading off for Marathon will be first team all conference, Blake Underwood. You got a first teamer versus a first teamer. Blake Underwood also very successful in wrestling. Won a state title this year for Coach Craig Underwood in wrestling. There goes the throw down to second, and we are ready for Blake Underwood in the bottom half of the first inning. Hey, we'd like to thank TRW Auto Body. Mosinee offers top quality collision repair. They'll have your vehicle back the way it was quickly and efficiently while offering 24-hour towing, courtesy vehicles, and a lifetime warranty. That's TR Auto Body Mosinee, your friendly fender bender mender. Hey, and here's the first pitch from Rabb. There's that outside corner. Okay. As a pitcher, you want it. As a hitter, you don't.
Nathan Richardson at third, Josh Lundgren at third, I should say. Nathan Richardson is the shortstop.
Behind on that one. Falls behind 0-2. Rabb with the fastball. Big gap in left center. If Blake can get around in one.
Here is the 0-2 pitch.
Outside. Rabb tried to frame it. You watch as he caught that one. As soon as he caught that one, he brings the glove right back to where the strike zone would be, trying to get a call from the ump. Smart play on his part. Right back up the middle goes Underwood. A granny bounce. And Becker retires in 4-3. Truxton Becker, that looked like it could have been a hit, but Truxton Becker, it had a little granny hop. It bounced right into his glove. Was able to retire Underwood for the first out. 4-3. That brings up Cody Ratke, the pitcher, the lone senior for the Red Raiders of Marathon. Cody goes right back up the middle. A lot of speed there. Charging. And it's a little high. And that would have been close. Nathan Richardson will be nice and give Ratke a single on that one. So Ratke down first. A lot of speed there too. Okay. True thirds, batting left-handed, does everything else right-handed.
Steps in as the catcher with a runner in scoring position.
So here comes true thirds, the catcher.
Thirds, 226.
And on the overthrow, Cody Ratke goes down to second. Runner in scoring position for thirds. Thirds pops it up.
Will it get out of play?
It looks like it goes behind us. There goes a bunch of kids looking for a freeze pop. It's kind of something. The adults bring one in, they don't get nothing. Kid brings one in, they get a freeze pop. Rab jumps ahead in the count, 0-1.
All right, here's Rab. A look at second in. And
There's checks,
Thirds checks his swing, but fouled it
falls
off.
it off.
Trying to
0-2.
pull it back, but
We got the Marathon bleacher creatures out there in left center.
down.
Daily occurrences or game occurrences, they back their pickups up there and they watch the game.
So 0-2 the count here with one out and a runner aboard in second.
Ratke at second,
Thirds can
holding him on. Ratke with a lot of speed.
base and right center field.
Not really holding him on much. Checks him.
And actually left center as well. Missing outside is
Outside.
Rab, and being 1 and 2.
Boy, if true thirds can get one over the shortstop's head, big gap, if you notice, between center field and left field.
Anything into the outfield here.
A lot of respect for True's power, especially in right field.
Aboard at second. Pitch in
Inside, there goes Cody down to third on a pass ball.
Radke.
So,
Third base.
now that pass ball,
So
Coach Warren gives these kids a green light
2
on
and 2 the count.
a pass
And
ball. If you
now
think you
Cody
can make it,
Radke
you better make
at
it.
third base. Ball kicking away
So,
from Aiden Rab.
Thirds fights back to go 2-2 in the count.
Ball in the dirt. Got a piece of it, but couldn't keep it in front of it. All right, long look down at third base. Now here's the pitch. Swung
And
on
down
it,
goes
missed.
thirds on the strikeout for the second out.
Second out of the night.
Drew Wiffle, the cleanup hitter, now up.
Right up the center fielder, Drew Wolfel. Wolfel hitting .385 for the Raiders. 15 hits and 39 at bats.
First strikeout of the game for Rab.
And we'll see if he can
Wiffle
get
that bat.
the lead runner across here. All right, here is a big
Fouled it off.
and lump
Ooh, down the first base line.
kinda off the end of
Nice
the
job by
axle.
the first baseman there.
First baseman Devin Cherney couldn't get to.
Devin Cherney, the first baseman, they DH for him.
So, Rab, step back in. Ahead 0-1 with 2 outs. Rab looking and missing low, gets away. And
A little bit,
Radke
not
down
far
to
enough.
put the brakes on. Not a whole ton of room
If
for
it goes
him.
one way or the other, he's got a chance. But when it comes straight back,
Came off the fence pretty quickly.
as they say, there's 2 chances: slim and none, and slim ain't looking good.
So, Wolfel digs back in now.
1-1.
Runner aboard at third as the Raiders bat here in the bottom of the first. Rab fires, popped up.
Pops it up, a little late.
Foul.
Goes behind us.
Well behind us.
Rab jumps ahead, 1-2 to Wiffle.
And now ahead 1 and 2. So both
Have a
teams
guy
with
on
runner
third, you like to
aboard
get him in
in the
somehow.
first inning.
2 down.
Radke got out of the jam. And let's see. Now here's a
Pops it up, and that's going to be in the field of play. First baseman Cherney coming over and makes the play. And Wiffle flies out to the first baseman for the third out. And the Marathon Red Raiders strand one in the first. After one complete, it's 0-0 Auburndale and Marathon. Back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
Back here in sunny and balmy Marathon. First time all year we said that. And the throw down from thirds, shoot a covering, and we're ready to go in the top of the second. Both pitchers, Radke and Rab, have faced 4 in their half of the inning, first inning. That brings up Aiden Rab, the catcher. 1 hit for each team. Here comes Radke, a breaking ball pitcher. There's kind of the unwritten rule. On deck hitter chases the foul ball. So the ump doesn't have to.
So Aiden Rab coming in hitting 276.
Big time. It's really big, important to get ahead and hit header. And there's that curveball. 0-2. Now we'll see where Cody goes with this one. Probably outside. Look where Thurst sets up. Down to DeBrew again. Over to first. And Krauser digs it out of the ground. And Rab is down 5-3 for the first out. Evan DeBrew, kind of a human vacuum over there today. He's had 3 balls hit to him and responsible for 3 outs. That brings up Colton Brandel, the right fielder. A little high. Owen Krauser doing a nice job at first base. Kids have a lot of confidence throwing to him. Ooh, that looked good. But as I always say, it's a dictatorship for the umpire. What he says goes. No votes. No democracy. Bobbles it down first base, and Krauser takes it himself. And he just beats him. Nice play by Krauser there. 3 unassisted. For the second out, that brings up Sawyer Malston, the DH, for Devin Cerny, the first baseman. So 2 down. The DH. Cody, inside corner. There's that curveball coming right at you, and it comes across for a strike. 0-2, 2 down. Nobody on. There's that foul ball. Late getting. Thurst catches it off the fence.
My first look at the Raiders here this year had Raiders softball on Friday for the first time.
Still 0-2, 2 down. Tried to get him to chase. You can kind of see no win. Look at the flags if you can see him on the screen. Not much in right center or in left center over at Marathon Cheese. And he gets them on a bender for a strikeout. First strikeout for Cody Radke for the third out. So Auburndale goes down in order here in the top of the second. That brings up Marathon Red Raiders in the bottom of the second. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, And Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
Hey, we're back here to watch Owen Krauser lead off the bottom of the second for the Red Raiders. Pops it up to left field. Going back as left fielder. Still going back. Wow, that was hit by Krauser. He's going to dig in for a double. That ball just kept carrying by Owen Krauser. Wow, that was a nice job. It looked like it was just a normal fly, and all of a sudden the left fielder that time, Julian Anderson, kept going back, and Krauser's on second with a double. Great to have a leadoff hitter for Ian Shuda. He's been on a little roll lately. Got his confidence up. Had a couple base hits recently. Krauser on second, the first baseman. Sacrifice bunt by Shuda. That's going to get him to third. Rab Groves throws it and retires. Nice job by Shuda that time. Sacrifice bunt moves Krauser to third for the first out. The sacrifice bunt does not count as an official at bat. Sacrificed himself. Grant Selber getting a start in left field. Auburndale facing the meat of their conference schedule. They haven't played Marathon. They got Stratford again, and they haven't played Edgar yet. So their toughest part of the schedule coming up for the Eagles. Grant behind. He kind of chops down at it. Not much of a level swing. Squares up, chokes up on the bat, hoping to make contact, hopefully the right side of the field. Right back up the middle. Here comes the run, and he's going to get him in. Grant Selber does the job. Grant Selber's retired 6-3 for the second out, but if you're a Red Raider fan, he gets Owen Krauser, who had led off with a double. That brings up Evan DeBrew, the vacuum today at third. Evan probably leads the state in hit by pitches the last 2 years. Fouls it off into right field, and that drops in there. Evan DeBrew.
Second hit, I should say third hit of the afternoon for the Raiders.
And Evan DeBrew is on first with a single. Third hit of the day.
So it's Quillen Conkle now.
Kunkel, the right fielder, sophomore, bats on the left-handed. Marathon making contact against Rab. It's got to give Evan DeBrew a lot of confidence here. He struggled in the field a little bit in the last couple games, couple errors. Today, 3 times hit him, 3 putouts. Probably game confidence at the plate. There's ball 2. Just like in the majors, if you get the other team's best pitcher, you got to get him early before he settles in. Ooh. That was a little low. So 2-1, the count. Way behind, Kunkel chases it. 2s.
Chokes up on the bat, digs back in.
Sometimes it's not how hard you hit them, is you hit them where they ain't. Kunkel goes on the right side, left side of the field. Let's throw Richardson over to first, and they're not in time. That was a nice hit by Kunkel. He just reached out and poked that between third and short, and Richardson had to go deep in the hole to get it. Momentum carried away, and Kunkel hustling down the line. Fourth hit of the game. That brings up the leadoff hitter. Blake Underwood was retired to the second baseman. Becker, first inning, pops it up. Richardson coming in and makes the grab. 6 for the third out, but the Red Raiders bring one across, courtesy of Krauser's booming double and an RBI by Grant Solberg to take a 1-0 lead after 2. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcasts. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
You should apply for an open opportunity at Marathon Cheese.
It's where you want to start your career. We have a lot of long-term commitment employees. They work with you and it's great pay, great benefits.
I choose to stay at Marathon Cheese because there's always an opportunity.
Marathon Cheese has worked really great for me and my family.
They donate money to different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to grow in this company.
Working here at Marathon Cheese has given me a great work-life balance.
I wouldn't work anywhere else. I love working at Marathon Cheese.
Hey, we're back here in Marathon, where Marathon has scratched out a 1-0 lead over the league-leading Auburndale Eagles. And there goes the wind all over the place, which is kind of nice. It cools us down here. Hey, we'd like to thank the Copper Mug here in Marathon. Favorite place for holiday, festive, and local home decor is the Copper Mug. This local gem is filled with excellent gifts for family and friends, and a great selection of woodwork, homemade items, and so much more. Find them on Facebook or stop by the Copper Mug in Marathon. Hey, leading off for Auburndale will be the second baseman, Truxton Becker. Made a nice play on down to third baseman to DeBrew, and it bounces right at him. I took a nasty bounce on Evan there. Yeah. And we'll give Truxton a base hit on that one. Evan was right there, but right before it got to him, it took a nasty little hop. Evan did keep it in front of him, which is the right thing to do. Evan's got to fix his glasses. Oh, yeah. I hope those aren't the expensive ones.
Boy, that took a wicked hop.
Said Evan, 19 hit by pitches last year, 7 already this year, so he's not afraid of letting the ball hit him. Oh, he's got a guy over to first. Goes Ratke, and Ratke retires Anderson. 1-3 for the first out, and Becker goes down to second. But it was a sacrifice for Anderson. That brings up Peyton Weinfurter, the center fielder. Rounded out too short. Ratke needs to keep Becker close at second. Underwood sneaking behind. Ripped down the first base line. Krauser makes the grab. Nice job by Krauser last time. Weinfurter goes down. 3 unassisted for the second out. Boy, the corners have done a nice job for Marathon. DeBrew at third and Krauser at first. Getting some shots and keep it in front of them. Now, Josh Lundgren, the third baseman, rounded out last time. Rounded out last time too. DeBrew at third. High inside. Third's always looking over to the dugout to get the sign from the coach. See what he wants to have called. Kolke, Radke behind an account, 2-0. 3-0. To Lundgren. 2 outs. There's a strike. Stand's starting to fill up. They smelt the burgers and the brats. He was right on it, a little under, but nonetheless, still a strike. It goes full. Becker at third. I'm sure he'll be running. He'll get a good leadoff on the pitch. You don't want to get too far out in case it's ball 4. Popped up. Sauber giving chase. It's going to be in foul territory. Oh, nice job by Sauber. That was in foul territory, and Sauber stretched out, couldn't quite get it, but nice effort by Sauber, the left fielder. Good job by Grant. Still stays full.
3-2 the count with 2 outs now.
Radke gets the sign, looks in.
They're still alive with a runner aboard at third. Here is the 3-2 pitch.
Lifted into the gap, and that's going to score a run in front of Stolber. RBI single. Lundgren with a single.
Lundgren with the RBI.
And the RBI. And that brings in Becker. Ties the game. That brings up ever dangerous Blake Rabb, the pitcher. Rabb with a single in the first. Lundgren at first. That's the pitch Radke wants.
Very simply laced one went right back up the middle. The first hit of the game in the first. Lundgren with the RBI aboard at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Missing in the dirt.
Hello.
Even at 1-1.
There's nice job at catcher, keeping it in front of him. There's that curveball. Rabb kind of gives that look. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I couldn't pull the trigger.
Very quickly, he's ahead of the count now, 1-2. Trying to get out without any further damage.
Lundgren gets a lead at first.
Runner aboard at first. Radke will look over the shoulder there.
Not a big lead.
Kicks and fires in the dirt, ball 2.
Try to get him to chase.
Thur's a good job to
You can watch these good high school catchers. Instead of reaching for that ball, they get in front of that ball. They move over to the side, get the glove down, get the shoulders wide, keeping that ball in front of them. There's that curveball a little high. Oh, it goes full.
count now full, 3-2 with 2 outs. Love to get out of the inning here.
Question for Radke. You challenge him or don't give him anything good to hit. Because Rabb can do some damage.
So, Auburndale come back over to first. And back in easily there is Lundgren. Radke will take the time to reset here. From the stretch, looks in at true thirds. Here is the 3-2 pitch.
High, and he walks him.
Rabb works the walk.
And Lundgren goes down to second.
Next for Auburndale, shortstop, number 4, Nathan Richardson.
Nathan Richardson, the shortstop.
First walk given up by
Step in here now and try to give the Eagles the lead here. Runners aboard at first and second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, off-speed pitch in there for a strike.
Richardson. The shortstop grounded out to the third baseman in the bottom, top of the first. Runners on first and second. Look good. Nice thing about here in Marathon is you have a good camera angle right behind the plate. So you can kind of be a judge of yourself. Cody wants to get out of here without any more damage on senior night or day. He's not missing by much. You know, it's not like he's having trouble finding control. It's right there, depending if the ump wants to be nice to Radke.
Radke now wants to try to avoid loading the bases here. Here is the 2-1 pitch.
Popped up to right field. Kunkel going back. Gets in front of it, under it, and there goes for the third out. So Radke gets out of it, getting Richardson to fly out to the right field for the third out. But Auburndale manages to scratch a run across. So after 2.5 innings, it's 1-1 tie here between the Marywood South Baseball Conference, Auburndale, and Marathon. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Too many people struggle with pain and injuries. At Mark's Chiropractic of Marathon, our goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. Whether you're looking for an adjustment, muscle work, laser therapy, or dry needling, we have you covered. Learn more by reaching out to Mark's Chiropractic on Main Street in Marathon or check out our website at marathonchiropractor.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Sparks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Back on Zaleski here at Marathon for the Marywood Conference South matchup between Marathon Red Raiders and Auburndale Eagles. Auburndale pushed one across in the top of third to tie the game at 1. Leading off will be Cody Ratke. Cody Ratke singled in the first inning. Pitcher facing pitcher.
All right, Cody Ratke,
a little high there.
Here for the Red Raiders, bottom half of inning number 1, and he looks at ball 1.
As far as the pitch count, Cody doesn't have to worry about a pitch count on the Marathon side. It'd be interesting to see how Auburndale treats the pitch count of Rab. If he gets so many pitches, he could possibly pitch again on Friday, if needed, depending on his pitch count. Ratke to right field. Is it going to drop or not? Nope, ain't going to drop. Right field, Colton Brandel covers some ground. F9 for the first out. Hey, we'd like to thank Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring the best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with a trusted, local, affordable service. Thank you, Thurs. Again, always thank the sponsors. They make this possible. Without them, this wouldn't be possible on Zaleski Sports. True Thirds takes one low, rips one to right, but is that going to drop? No, it dropped in there. Again, it's not how hard you hit him, it's where you hit him. So True Thirds, Brandel made a nice play on that one. He came in, we're all wondering, did he catch? Did he catch? But the second baseman, Becker, was right there behind him. So Thirds struck out in the first, gets a single. And the third, Drew Wolfel, flew out or popped up to the first baseman in the first. Thirds, good speed on the base. Very aggressive base runner. They're going to keep him close. They're keeping him close. Each pitcher, when you have a guy on first that's a threat to run, you can't lose your focus. You got to worry about his speed and the guy at the plate. So speed kills, cause a lot of issues. Whoa. That one was a little low. 1-1. One out. All ones.
Now here is the 1-1 pitch. Back to first. And again, diving back in there is Thurs.
I like what Thurs does. As soon as that pitch goes back, as soon as that throw goes back to the pitcher, he's got his lead off again.
Looks in. Another pretty good lead here. And now here's
Wolfel pops it up again to right field.
raging in. He'll come in.
Short.
For out number 2.
Wolfel again.
Pair of F9s on the scorebook here.
9.
That's played for Marathon number 21.
Second out.
Krauser.
Krauser with a booming double. In the second, doubled and scored on Salber's ground out. Thurs at first. Oh, they had him picked off. Now he's on a rundown. Over to first. Thurs back again. In a rundown. Going back. We're now going to try to figure out how this is done. And they get Thurs. So Thurs, we'll call it caught stealing. We won't even try to keep track of 4-3 to 3-4. But nonetheless, they get out of it. So after 3 complete, it's 1-1. Tie score here in Marathon. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T-Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
We're in Marathon for a good old-fashioned Marewood South Conference pitcher duel. Right now it's 1-1 in the top of the 4. Marathon Red Raiders with 5 base hits and Auburndale with 3. Score remains 1-1. Leading off in the 4th inning will be Aiden Rabb, the catcher, rounded out the 3rd in the 2nd. Radke on the mound.
All right, Aiden Rabb will lead off here for the Eagles. Top half of inning number 4.
Chops it foul.
Slices the first offering from Cody.
Jumped ahead in the count.
First baseline foul. 1-1.
Again, Auburndale leading the Marewood South with a 5-0 record.
Auburndale answering with 1 in the 3rd.
Marewood 3-3, Marathon 3-3, and Radke blows it by him.
Fastball right through. In there for a strike. Nothing in 2.
Rabb behind in the count and on the swing. There's that curveball. Oh, that's the curve he wanted last inning a couple times. Goes down on a K. First out. Second strikeout for Radke. Brandel, the right fielders, made some nice plays out there. Left field out of play.
Top half of inning number 4 in this Marewood South matchup. Raiders looking
Making those pitchers work.
to kind of bring Auburndale back to the pack here. Swung on and
Way behind. As they would say, a whiff. I think Brandel really wanted to swing. He didn't know what to do. Oh, and he... Oh, it looked like he hit him. Brandel used his athleticism to get out of the way. 1-2. That was a wasted pitch by Radke. Right back up the middle. Underwood waiting. Gloves it. Throws it. Krauser catches it. 6-3. Second out. That brings up Sawyer Malston, the DH, a strikeout victim in the 2nd. And as a pitcher, when you get the 7, 8, and 9 hitters up there, you usually want to challenge them. They're not the best hitters, no matter what level you play baseball at. Hoping he would chase. Malton, good decision to hold off. Chase the high and outside one. That's what Radke wanted. Both pitchers, Rabb and Radke, work fast. And as a defense, you kind of like that. You don't get lulled to sleep. They get the ball, they get the sign, and they come at you. There's that curveball. Jumps ahead in the count. 1-2. Here in the top of the 4th. 1-1. Chases it for a strikeout. Malton goes down on strikes for the 3rd out. And after 3.5, it still remains Auburndale 1 and Marathon Red Raiders 1. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, There is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754. Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Back in Marathon, Rab's 5 warm-up pitches get thrown down a second by Rab the catcher. And we're starting with Krauser leading off here in the 4th. Krauser 1 for 1. Krauser was at bat when True Thurs got caught in a rundown last inning, got picked off in a rundown between first and second. So Krauser comes back at the plate, falls behind. Grounds his shortstop, picks, throws in the dirt. Nice catch. Devin Cherney dug that one out of the dirt to retire Krauser. 6-3 for the first out. That brings up Ian Shuda. Sacrifice bunt in the second. Officially 0 for 0. Or should we say 0 for 0? Which one is it, Hannah? 0 for 0, but isn't it an alphabet? Or do you say, there we go. Shuda grounds it to first. Covering his Rab, and there goes Shuda. Grant Salber drove in the only run of the game for Marathon. Ground out to short, scored Krauser in the second. Game's going fast. There it is. Just when we say the bottom of the order for Marathon is 2 for 3 against Rab. 2 singles. Grant, that's going to drop in there for a single. Oh, nice catch by Weinfurter. Wow. Weinfurter covered a lot of ground on that one. And Salber flies out to center fielder. That was a nice job by Weinfurter for that. So, after 4 complete on Zaleski, it's Auburndale 1 and Marathon 1. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
Too many people struggle with pain and injuries. At Mark's Chiropractic of Marathon, our goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. Whether you're looking for an adjustment, muscle work, laser therapy, or dry needling, we have you covered. Learn more by reaching out to Mark's Chiropractic on Main Street in Marathon or check out our website at marathonchiropractor.com.
Back here in Marathon, hey, kudos to the PA guy up here. He's playing some good music in between innings. Hats off to you. And it's the modern stuff, the good old-fashioned rock. Hey, coming at you. Truxton Becker, the second baseman, singled and scored. He reaches for that one. Radke gloves, underhands it, and Becker goes down. 3 for the first out. Becker, 1 for 2. Julian Anderson, a sacrifice bunt back to the pitcher. 0 for 0. As Hannah says, even though O is an alphabet, or 0 is a number. Ooh, he was bailing on that one. It does sound weird. You say O for O, but yet O is a letter. It's weird. English language, that is the best. And there just pokes it out to right field. Kunkel gloves it. Anderson just kind of poked his bat out there. Gets a single to right field. Kunkel. And that's what you need to win these close games. Sometimes the bottom of the order has to produce something that they normally haven't. And Auburndale gets a base runner here in the top of 5 with the top of the order. Coming up, Peyton Weinfurter, 0 for 2.
Back to the top of the order for the Eagles. Pitch missing outside, ball 1.
Now you figure the small, short guys can reach that low one. That should be a strike.
1-0 the count.
But the high ones should be a strike for the tall guys. Weinfurter hoping to make contact. Popped up. Well hit. Wolfel moving over. Makes the grab. Hits the cutout. Weinfurter goes down. F8. That brings up Josh Lundgren. You want to get him. You don't want to get another guy in the base with Rab coming up. Lundgren grounder to third. And a single in the third inning. 1 for 2.
And first offering from Radke misses low for a ball. Raiders looking at the 8-9-1 hitters coming up in the bottom half of the inning. And the pitch missing high.
High.
Count 2-0 now. Last thing you want to do here is put another runner on for
Radke with 2 strikes and a walk.
the on deck circle.
Rab with a strikeout.
Kicks, fires in the dirt.
Lundgren being really patient, and rightfully so. Stays ahead in the count, 3-0. Sure he's got the red light. See a fastball from Cody. Auburndale really does a nice job of crowding the plate. Some pitchers are intimidated by that. And he walks him on 4. Second walk by Radke. Lundgren down first. And Anderson, the left fielder, going down to second. Now that's one guy. This is the one guy you didn't want to face, Blake Rab. Rab a single and a walk. 1 for 1 officially. 2 outs. Let's see what Cody gives him. There's that curveball. In the good old days of baseball, when a guy crowds the plate, they generally whizzed one past him inside to back him off. Pitcher wants to know, I get the inside of the plate just as much as you do. But times have changed. Rounded up to there. Underwood scoops to second, and they get the ever-dangerous Rab. 6-4 for the third out, and down goes Rab. So after 4.5, it's Auburndale 1 and Marathon Red Raiders 1. We'll be back on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
We're back here in Marathon. We're on the board. Hannah is leading us down the stretch here, where we also like to thank Weeks' Bar & Grill. Weeks Bar & Grill offers a full menu of lunch and dinner options with burgers, appetizers, weekly specials, and Friday fish fries. Make your plans for lunch and dinner at Weeks Bar & Grill on County S between Marathon and Edgar. And down goes the throw from Rab to second. Radke worked out of a jam, and that brings up, in the bottom of 5, Evan DeBrew. officially 1 for 1. A bloop single. Nonetheless, it's still a hit in the second and was stranded at second. Marathon with 5 hits. Auburndale with 4. Evan noted to take a pitch. Hit by batter 7 times this year. 19 last year. Evan's team nickname should be Wear It. Evan DeBrew to second. And nice job by the second baseman. Becker keeps the glove down. Retires DeBrew. 4-3 for the first out. That brings up Quillen Conkle. A single. In the second inning, was stranded at first. Number 9 hitter. See if we can get the number 9 hitter and get the top of the order coming up. Conkle, a left-hander, throws right. Conkle pounds one into the ground. Falls behind. Conkle 1 for 1 today. Inside. Rest of the conference rooting for Marathon. That would bring Auburndale back to the pack and make the conference a bit more competitive. Many years ago, it used to be a 5'5" guy from Kansas City Royals, Freddie Patek. And he would crouch really, really low, and he would lead the majors in walks for several years. He'd get down, and there goes Conkle grounding it into the hole. And Conkle beats it out. Hit him where they ain't. And that's what Conkle did. Second hit of the game for Conkle. That time, Becker made a nice, that was hit deep in the hole between first and second. Becker did a nice job of keeping that in front of him. Conkle hustling down the line, beats to throw up there, so that's what you hope. The bottom of the order gets on for the top, and it's 1 out. That brings up Blake Underwood. Grounded out to second, and popped up to the short, 0 for 2. Yep, good call. Conkle not much of a threat to run. Washburn to get a good secondary lead. Rab knows he's there, not too concerned. Underwood goes to second. Bobbled. Conkle goes down to second. Underwood's retired 4-3. Had that little bobble that Underwood hoped that he would mess up the throw, but that brings up Radke. Radke a single and flew out to right in the third. 1 for 2. Radke, the lone senior for Marathon. Not worried about Conkle. They're not keeping him on. You can see how concerned with the other Conkle. I don't mean as a negative. They're not really keeping him really close to second. Just keeping him honest. Ones. You can see Rab wanted that call. He looks at the ump, shakes his glove, steps off, shakes his head.
So 1-1 the count now with 2 outs and a runner aboard at second. Rab looks now, fires, and in there for a strike.
Good pitch, low and outside, hard to hit. Can't do much with that one.
Swing, hold up. Radke had no place to go. So
1 and 2.
1-2 the count now. Runner aboard at second.
Look where the catcher sets up. He wants that outside pitch again.
2-2 the count.
Again, the catcher usually will tell us where he wants it. Whether the pitch gets there is anyone's guess. But with Rab and Radke, generally they're right on there. They want that low and outside setup. On the right field. And Radke flies out again to the right fielder. F9 for the third out. So it's after 5 complete, it's 1-1. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
Back here in the 6th inning, where the score remains tied 1-1. Hey, we'd like to thank Underwood Construction for a custom-built home. You want to work with the best? Underwood Construction right here in Marathon is the perfect place to turn. For your next home building experience, look to Underwood Construction. Throw it down, goes the 5 in between. Through true third, throws it down. Goes around the infield. And leading off, Nathan Richardson, the shortstop. Grounded out to third. Popped out to right. 0 for 2. Right now, Auburndale with 4 hits. 6 for Marathon. Popped up. Sauber drifting over to the line. Under it. Grabs it. 1 down. Richardson 0 for 3 in the night. Aiden Rabb, a strikeout victim. And grounded out the third. 0 for 2. Rabb with only 1 strikeout. There's that big bender. No walks. Radke with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. When he's got that bender in there, it's hard to hit. Third sets up inside. Whoa! That gets away from Cody. As soon as Cody uncorked that one, he grabbed his hat and said, "Oh my God." As infamous Bob Euchre would say, just a bit inside. One of the best announcers of all time. Happy in heaven. 1-1. Wanted him to chase, didn't. Few clouds drifting in after a bluebird type day. Lows in the low 80s, or highs in the low 80s, I should say. Beautiful day for anything outside. Chases it inside. By throwing that curve inside, that time I'm sure Rabb expected another one. Rounds out to third. DeBrew with a grab, the throw, and the catch by Krauser. 5-3, second out. Second time Rabb has grounded out to DeBrew at third. Colton Randall, right fielder. Really busy man out there in right field. A lot of catches out there in right field. Pops one up. Out of play. Brandel. 0 for 2. A ground out. 2 ground outs. We're in the top of 6. And that hits him in the fuel. You don't like to see that.
Heading next for the Eagles, designated hitter number 14, Sawyer Malton.
You don't like to get that one guy on this late. Sawyer Molson, a DH. Strikeout victim twice. I'm sure Radke will go right after him. Ripped into left field. That's the problem with it. Sauber down on one knee. Hits the cutoff. And Molson with a single. 1 for 3. Truxton Becker, second baseman. A single and a ground out to the pitcher. Scored the only run of the game for Auburndale. This is one, if you're Cody, you want to come after him. Number 8 hitter. Runners on first and second. Deep in the hole. Underwood with the grab. Goes to third for the force. And Becker, fielder's choice that time. And after 5.5, it's 1-1 here in Marathon. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
There we go. Okay. So Wolfel coming up. Wolfel 0 for 2. Popped out to first baseman. Flew out to right field. There's on first again. An aggressive base runner, which we found out. Got caught in a rundown. Rab checks him. Wolfel sacrifice bunts right back to the pitcher. Rab down to first. And Wolfel with a sacrifice. Worked perfectly. Sacrifice. True down to third. True down to second. One out. Krauser with a booming double. Scored back in the second. Only run of the game. One out. Look for thirds to be aggressive. Great sacrifice bunt by Wolfel. Does what the coach asked him. any pass ball, I'm sure Thurs is a threat to go to third. He likes to be very aggressive on the base pass. Rab checks him. Maybe a little bit too worried. Krauser heading the count. Krauser 1 for 2, a double, and a ground out. Ooh, there's a generous one. Rab gets that call. Your good pitchers will get those called because he's been very close to the strike zone the whole night. Now back off the end of the inside handle on that one. Krauser pops up to the shortstop for the second. Oh, that brings up Shuda. A sacrifice bunt in the second. And a ground out in the fourth. 0 for 1. Big gap between first and second. You can see that. Shuda puts him there. Is that going to drop or not? He's going back. He's going to score. Here comes Sturge. He's rounding third. He's going to come in. There's going to be throw. It's going to be late. And Shuda comes in with a humongous base hit to Pone across. And, folks, that's what small ball does to you. You get a guy on first, you bunt him over to second, and a single scores him. Great small ball baseball. You don't see that very often. Nice job by the Raiders. 2-1, they take the lead. That brings up Grant Sulber. Yeah, you don't want to get picked off there, Shuda. Sulber back. Sulber 0 for 2, but with an RBI. All right, there we go. Marathon grabbed the 2-1 lead here in the bottom of 6. But the big boys are coming up for Auburndale. Ooh, there goes Shuda down to second with a stolen base. Sulber had to do everything he could to duck on that one. 2-0. See if Grant put a little pressure on Rab. Comes back with a fastball. Big gap. There we go, 3-1. If you're Sulber, you're looking for a fastball. He doesn't want to put him on. Pounces one into the ground. There goes Sulber. And it's booted. Sulber comes through. That was a little number down there. And Grant Sulber gets on with a single. And that moves Shuda to the third. And that brings up Evan DeBrew. A single and a ground out. That's 9 hits for Marathon. 5 for Auburndale. Small ball's working for the Red Raiders tonight. Sulber gets the lead off at first. DeBrew, if he could pull one down that third baseline. If you're Marathon, you'd like to see that. Again, Auburndale in a tough part of their schedule. They got Marathon, Stratford, and Edgar coming up. They haven't played any one of them. They've only played Stratford so far. So maybe the other teams will bring them back to the pack.
2-1 is the Marathon lead here as
Evan likes to crawl the plate. Maybe take one for the team. Pass ball. There goes Sulber down the second.
Oh boy, could have scored, but
don't want to take a chance. Shuda has the speed to get in there, but you don't want to make that third out when you got a little rally going. DeBrew ahead in the count 2-0. Rab walks back to the mound.
So second and third now. A couple of wild pitches here in the inning. And the count now 2-0.
Sulber will get a good lead at second. Shuda leading off at third. 2-0. 2 outs.
As Rab looks in, here's the 2-0 pitch. Lays off and it's a strike.
Good pitch.
Good pitch on the outside corner there.
Good pitchers get that call. Very consistent with it.
With 2 outs.
Ooh. Watch the ball, watch the ball. Yeah, that time, yeah. He threw it over the head a little bit, but Shooter was running back to third, which he should be doing. 3-0. Boy, I thought that one was a strike. Marathon got a little break on that one. 3-1. Think fastball if you're DeBrew. Grounds it down to third base line. It's going to be a tough play. He's safe. And the run comes across. Shooter scores from third. DeBrew pounded it in the dirt. It took a high bounce. The third baseman that time, Josh Lundgren, had the charge, picked it up and threw. And DeBrew, using his speed to get down to first, gets an RBI. DeBrew is with his second hit of the game. And they're just, most of his hits have not went past the infield. Just hitting them where they aren't. So Sauber goes down to third on that one. Kunkel, Kunkel now 2 for 2. Again, both his hits barely made it out of the infield. Hitting them where they ain't. 3-1 Marathon. Small ball. Playing big for Marathon right now. Kunkel pounding into the ground to the first baseman. First baseman Devin Journey takes that one, and Kunkel goes down 3 unassisted for the third out. But Marathon scratches 2 runs across courtesy of small ball to take a 3-1 lead going into the top of the 7th with the big boys coming up for Auburndale. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Hey, we're back here in Marathon, where Marathon, courtesy of some small ball action, has put 2 runs across in the bottom of 6 to take a 3-1 lead over that. We had a sacrifice. We had pass balls. We had everything small ball stands for, and it got 2 runs for Marathon. So good decision by the coaching staff to go small ball on that one. But Auburndale's big boys are coming up. Leading off, Julian Anderson, the left fielder, a sacrifice and a single. 1 for 1 in today's game. And then the top of the order. Let's see if Radke can keep his curveball working. Great high school baseball game. Great Marywood South rivalry. Marathon and Auburndale in all sports. Curveball. A huge whiff on that one. So here we go. 0-1. Get that leadoff hitter out. Get him on if you're Auburndale. There's that Bender. He had no hope of that one. Kind of a defensive swing. 0-2. I'm sure Cody, you might as well come at him with another curve. He's having trouble hitting it. And there's that curve. Just missed.
Bender, but not quite enough. So 1-2 the count now to the leadoff hitter. Radke, 5 hits he's scattered here this afternoon. Wind up and the pitch.
And blows it right by him for the first out. Strikeout for the first out. Third strikeout for Radke. Rab only has 1. Payne Weinford, the top of the order. Payne Weinford, second team all-conference last year for Auburndale. 2 groundouts and a flyout to center field. Squared for a bunt, pulls back. You get ahead in the count, you have much more available to you as a pitcher of what you can throw.
distance for the Raiders here. Kicks, misses outside.
Fastball outside.
1-1 the count here.
Nice thing about that, if you throw a fastball outside, that's where his curveball also starts up outside.
Cody Radke looks in, kicks and fires. In there.
There's that inside curve. Cody kind of fooled him a little bit. Started the ball over the middle and it curved inside.
1-2 the count now.
Weinfurter 0 for 3.
Peyton Weinfurter. Looks and
Rips one at second base and Shuda makes the grab. Weinfurter lines one to second base. Shuda, even though he's small, it was well within his vertical for the second out. That brings up Josh Lundgren. A single and 2 ground outs. 1 for 3. Cody got to go after him. Lundgren, number 2 in the batting order with a single. There's that curveball.
and he does. Strike one on a curveball. Ahead, 0-1.
2 down. 3-1. Marathon. Hoping to bring Auburndale back to the pack with a loss.
First loss of the year to Auburndale.
There's that curve just inside.
I tell you what, he's not afraid to throw that baby
Yep,
out.
he's got his curveball working. He'll throw that anytime.
1-1 now with 2 outs.
When Cody's confidence is behind him, he's an excellent pitcher.
And here's Cody Radke, kicks,
Pops it up.
left side.
And DeBrew's giving chase. And DeBrew catches it. Hey, how about that? 5 for 5. And with that in mind, there goes the ball game, folks. Auburndale comes into the Marathon with a 5-0 record. Marathon says not so fast and gives Auburndale their first loss of the season. 3-1 on small ball, and they defeat the Auburndale Eagles 3-1. We'll be back after these announcements on Zaleski Sports.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Hey, the media needs them. The media needs them. They're putting a filter in front of the camera so it doesn't break it. Hey, nice job, Coach. All right. Herbo was working it. It was. Holy balls. Unlike that warm-up pitch that you threw in the dirt a couple times.
Change-ups.
Where's he? Okay, we gotta go over here. Okay, Chuck, we'll go back here at Marathon, where Marathon Red Raiders had defeated the Auburndale Eagles 3-1 on senior night. And speaking of senior, the only senior for Marathon is Cody Ratke, the winning pitcher. Cody, we interviewed you the other night and said you had changed your bat, and it kind of gave you some confidence on the plate. But tonight, that curveball was curving.
Tonight the curveball is looking really good. The changeup sometimes hit, sometimes I spiked it, sometimes I went behind them, but the curveball is one of my better pitches, so it was working good today, and my defense helped me out behind me. It did really good too.
Yep. And, one thing too, you did a nice job. That curveball had a lot of guys bailing out and stuff like that. But I think one thing really important too, the bottom of the order came through. The Krausers, the Kunkels, the DeBrews. Some of those guys were 2 for 2, and that's got to give the rest of the order a lot of confidence in you as a pitcher.
Yeah, it's great to have my team behind me, especially in like the later innings, for them to come up the bottom of the order and pick me up, give me insurance. It's really great having a team like that behind me.
Well, it's nice too is that Auburn comes in 5-0, and kind of funny, I'm sure Stratford and Edgar were actually rooting for you guys to bring them back down the pack. They're now 5-1. You guys go to 4-3. You pick up one game on them, and Thursday night is a big game down in Auburndale again. You go back down to Auburndale, and I'm sure they want to get back at you, but you want to sweep them for any chance of winning conference.
What's the question?
Do you want? do you want to sweep Auburndale to have any chance of winning conference?
It would be nice to sweep Auburndale because Auburndale, Stratford, Edgar. It's just nice to beat them every time. It's just nice to beat them. Very high, just conference game. It's always nice. They always beat us at the end of the season, so it's just nice to beat them.
And I'll give you a lot easier thing to answer now. I maybe confused you on the last one. Hey, Cody, who's in the house?
I'm Cody Radke, and I'm in the house.
Oh, and that's Chuck Wiffle back here at Marathon. Jeez, Cody.